Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and it's me again, Angelica. Today we're going to look at my palettes, and I'm going to divide them to different categories. In each category I'm going to choose 3 of my favorite or even more useful palette in my entire collection. So the first category is going to be neutral category, which is not my favorite, but if you see the palette, maybe you will think, Angelica, it's not neutral. On my opinion, in pretty neutral palette, and I'm going to show you why I'm thinking so, and which one is my favorite 3. You're going to see it in a second. Then we're going to move to another category, which is monochromatic palette. The third one is going to be rainbow palette, which one of my favorite. As you know, I love colors. And then we're going to move to pastel category, which actually I really enjoy to play with. And the last, the yummiest one category in my opinion is going to be multichrome duochrome palette, which I absolutely adore, and I really love this kind of shades, as you know me if you're watching my channel. So that is going to be a category of palettes I'm going to choose today, so stay tuned. And if you don't know me, my name is Angelica. I like everything what's related to traveling, skincare, you name it, hairstyle, obviously makeup, colorful makeup with a new touch. I'm also a dance instructor who loves to dance and teach, and today we're going to talk about the palette, 3 favorite palette in each category. So let's start. From my first category, which is neutral palette, and maybe you're not going to agree with me that they're pretty neutral, but in my opinion and from my collection, this is a pretty neutral palette I have so far. And the first palette I'm going to show you, it's an older palette, but I really enjoy to play around with the color, and it's a lot of shades. It's a 30 shades from Glamlite, from MIKAYLA collection. It's her first palette from her collection, and this is the palette. And I'm going to show you why I see a lot of colors. You will think, Angelica, what are you talking about? This is not a neutral palette. Yes, ta-da! Okay, I'm talking about these 2 rows. As you know, I normally not purchasing a neutral palette completely, because for me, if I'm taking a palette and I am going to commit to buy a neutral palette and just use it, it's not going to happen with me. So I need some colors in that palette, these 2 rows. And as you see, I love this kind of neutral colors because it has a very beautiful chocolatey colors, which actually a lot of them. Look how many neutral colors. I mean, it's a 30 shades palette. If you only take this 2 row, here we go. This is another palette for you, right? Any smaller palette. That's why don't judge me hard. That's why I include it as a neutral palette. If you're one of those people who still want to try and enjoy the colors but afraid, this is the one palette you can buy, because there's a lot of neutral colors here. Look at this, like so many metallics. I'm going to swatch, but I have a pop of colors. I think you can work with these colors as a neutral colors. Like this one is maybe a little bit too bright, but if we're talking about a light pink, this is kind of like a silverish, and obviously this is all neutral. If you think I have this palette, you will think, okay, this is a neutral palette with maybe a pop of green or something like that. So you can have a choice to play around, create a neutral look, and then whatever you wear, let's say I like a neutral colors, but I want to give some pop of colors, so I will include, let's say I wear something green, I will pop some green, or I pop some silver, or I pop some pink, and it will look still very neutral. That's why I include as a neutral palette, and I'm sure a lot of you not going to agree with me. But if you think about it, you killing, as we say, 2 rabbits. You have a neutral palette, as I told you before, which is pretty, which is a lot of shades. How many shades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 12 shades, neutral shades, and with some beautiful, warm colors, which I absolutely adore. And sometimes I just go for these colors from this palette. And then you can play around with some metallic. You can just put some accent if you wear something, but for me it's a pretty neutral. If I want to create neutral colors, I am grabbing this palette definitely from my collection. So the other neutral palette is going to be affordable palette. This previous one was also pretty affordable, but this is even more affordable because it's from ColourPop, and this is Troublemaker. And don't tell me this is not a neutral palette, because this is a very neutral palette for me. As you see, we have a lot of colors, but we have a contrast as well, and that's why I like this color. If I want to create a smoky eyes with some of a reddish, purplish look, I will grab this definitely color. If I want to create, or I love just a neutral look, there is plenty color of neutral with some excellent contrast. For example, if I create something like this and I just add this silver color and I create just a neutral look, or I add this color, it's going to create a pretty neutral look for me. Also, you can go with the grayish undertone as well. So we have option grayish undertone, very neutral, pop of silver, pop of the darker burgundy color, and you can make accent, which is this absolutely gorgeous color, which I really enjoy. Very dark with a bright, like glitter inside, which is burgundy as well. If I turn, you can see how beautiful is that. So I really like this color as a neutral, and I think most of you now going to agree with me more than with the first palette, I'm sure. So let's move on for number 3, my favorite neutral palette. This palette is not a budget palette, I would say. It's pretty expensive palette, and I have to include this palette because this is one of my favorite palette from Pat McGrath. And this palette is, I talk about this palette in my channel a lot. So it's Mothership Utopia Dream. This palette is pretty neutral palette with some special shades, as this 3 shades. I'm going to swatch it for you. One of them is very shifting one, and this 2 is very beautiful, bright, and this one is very goldish glitter. And as you see, the rest of the color are pretty neutral. A neutral palette for me and for most of you, just with a twist, I would say, of the color. You can see the beautiful colors over here. This is like a rosy one, also in leaning to neutral, very neutral with the gold, and just this color stands out, I would say, and maybe a little bit, but it's still warm corally color, and the rest is pretty neutral, but amazing, beautiful palette. I really enjoy every time I create look with the palette. I get so many compliments. Okay, so we finish with my least favorite category, which is neutral. But don't get me wrong, my Pat McGrath palette, which Utopia Dream, is one of highest in my list in all my collection, because it's really give me that chic, classy, a rich look, I would say, which I really adore every time I create looks. So we're going to move to another category, which is monochromatic category, and I choose 3 palettes from my collection. And the first one is going to be NORVINA, which is a very great quality. It's palette volume number 5, and as you see from the cover, it's a pretty purple palette. Actually, I can include this palette for neutral as well. So if you love neutral and purple, this palette definitely have all kind of different colors of purple and a lot of shades of neutral, which is brownish. This is one of the brightest and different shades. You can create a lot of looks, and if you don't want to use purple, you can definitely just go for the neutral. Really enjoy the quality, really like this palette a lot. From an Earthly Cosmetic, the second palette, but it's a pretty older palette, but every time I use this palette, I really enjoy the creation I do. So that's why it's in my 3 favorite, and this is palette is Sleepover. Unfortunately, I don't think if you can be able to purchase this palette. I don't know if an Earthly Cosmetics still have this palette. So this is the range of colors and very pink colors, but it has this brownish, you know, colors which you can really, you know, create a lot of looks and have a contrast with these colors. So pretty beautiful color, really love it, really love the vibrant colors in there, and really enjoy the contrast in this palette. And the last one palette from this category, Strawberry Shorts from Glamlite and Berrylicious palette. And this palette is a very yummy palette. I'm going to show you the whole palette because it has this beautiful cute strawberry girl. Look at this beautiful palette. We basically have 2 colors. It's green and all kind of berries colors. Plain with, but in my surprise you can create a lot of looks. I mean, this is such a yummy palette. Look at this shimmers, they are so good. This is yummy, gorgeous, like a really strawberry looking looking colors. I mean, they are so gorgeous. I have to swatch some greens. Look at these yummy colors. I mean, they are gorgeous. The palette performs amazingly. It's very bright and intense. So when you work with this palette, you don't have to really grab a lot or dig in it. It's right there. So be careful. Sometimes you have to be very careful with darker color because they are very pigmented. So beautiful. I mean, this green, die for. That's why I really enjoy. I mean, the quality of this all palettes I show you are very good quality, and it doesn't matter if some of them price range is different. Like for example, Patch McGrath, obviously it's more expensive, and for example from Glamlite, more affordable. The quality wise and the price you paying from this Glamlite I show you, even then Earthly, are very gorgeous, but Glamlite is more affordable than an Earthly, and especially this quality, I mean, I think it's a gorgeous quality. Honestly, for this price I think it's a steal, even the MIKAYLA one. So let's move on. We're going to move to Rainbow Palette, which one of my favorite category. As you know, I love colors. I love to play with colors. I love to include a lot of colors in my looks. I love colorful clothes. I love colorful earrings, as you see. We call it full of colors. So the first palette I want to show you, which is older palette, and this is only one palette I have from Jolly Beauty. It's my Zombified palette, and let me tell you something about this palette. I actually use this palette a lot. During the summer, I use this palette really a lot. And even when I went to Aruba for my last vacation, by the way, it's going to come a video about Aruba very soon. I'm working on it. It's not easy to put together, and it's going to be just part 1. So I brought this palette with me, and I use a lot this palette. This palette, you're going to see why. This is a very bright neon colors, which is, you can create so many colors like green looks, pink looks, purple looks, anything you want. So that's the reason I brought this palette to my vacation. Even we have a beautiful black and we have a beautiful white. This white is very smart that they did it here. So if you want to enhance more, you just put white first and then you go work with this neon color, and it's going to even pop in your eyes more. I talk about this palette a lot. I really enjoy. I love colors. My favorite colors from here, I'm going to swatch for you. I love the matte colors. They perform gorgeously. I love also the shimmers over there. They're very smooth and nice. There is two which I normally don't use, which is like a glitter one. Very gorgeous. Look how vibrant this palette. I mean, this is as vibrant as you can get, to be honest. And that's why it's one of my useful palette, to be honest, in all my collection. Really. Because I'm crazy about colors. I'm crazy about like this neon colors. I know it's a preference, but I love to use them together and create accents. And there is everything here, you name it, shimmers, you know, contrast, brightness, everything you want. So the other rainbow palette, it's actually not that long time ago, the Glamlite released this palette. It's called Rick and Morty. Beautiful, beautiful collection. This is how this palette look. It's a pretty big palette. How many shades we have here? 30, I guess. So, and look at this range of colors. They're pretty gorgeous. I mean, we have all of the colors you want. We have a little bit of even orange, as you see. We have green, we have blue, we have purple. We have even this beautiful, like a silverish color. And you can see how bright is this colors. The quality wise is pretty good. I actually enjoy this quality. I don't know, but still I brought my Zombified palette for vacation. Even this palette pretty bright and a lot of range of colors. I mean, the price wise is gorgeous. It's very affordable. It's cheaper than Zombified, definitely, but still I love my Zombified because it's new color. But this one is also people who doesn't want to spend so much money. I think this is a pretty logical palette to buy because it's pretty affordable. Last palette, which I absolutely adore, it's from Odin's Eye Planet Spirit. And this palette I really enjoy. I use a lot. As you see, it's very easy to use palette because I talk about this. We have colors goes like that, so it's easy for you to understand. Green to go to green, orange goes to orange, and so on. But it's just such a vibrant colors here. I really enjoying this colors story, and I really enjoy this palette. I took this palette for my previous vacation, and I really enjoy it. I really use this palette a lot, which is make me happy because I always get upset if I don't use my palette as much as I want. Why I bought this palette. For this palette, I really use and abuse, and as you see, I'm getting all shimmers all over. So I really need to clean my hands pretty well. So look at this quality. Quality is gorgeous. Mattes are gorgeous. Shimmers are gorgeous. It's 10 out of 10. It's not that big. That's another thing I like about this palette. If this is a very special palette, yes, I will take this palette with me as a traveling. But if I have to choose, maybe I will go for this one, to be honest. But this is also pretty good. Also, it depends what color story you like, but from my experience, I use this palette more. But again, this palette released before of Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty, pretty new palette. After my neutral and monochromatic, this is, I think, my least favorite. The rest of the category, it's my favorite. But this category, which I'm going to talk about it, as much I was thinking I'm not pastel girl, as much actually I like more and more pastels. In my surprise, I think because it still give you colors, but it give you a softer look. So, and you can play with these colors much easier. I think it's whatever you create, it's look beautiful in my opinion. And that's why I start to like this category of palette a lot. Even I know a lot of people don't really like pastels, but in my case, I really always find a way how to, you know, if it's this palette is too pastel, how to use, for example, liner, brighter liner, or to grab another palette. For me, it's not a problem. Some people don't like because it's too pastel and you don't have any accent in the palette, but in my opinion, I never had this problem with my pastel. Okay, the first pastel I'm going to show you, it's an older palette from Nomad Cosmetic and it's called Paradise. I really enjoyed this palette, and especially when it's just released, I really use it and abuse it. And you know, when you're getting another palette, you kind of move on. But look at this beautiful, beautiful palette, how it's packed, how it's, you know, presented, like this all work, all this stamps, and it says representing the sea. I mean, it's very, very gorgeous colors story, and I really enjoy. There's some colors are very unique. I'm going to show you which I'm talking about. They have accent over here, like this dark blue or dark green. So we have some colors of accent. Even this one, turquoise, you can put as an accent, but you can easily grab another palette. But honestly, when I use this palette, I never grab any other darker shades or whatever from other palettes. I always use this palette as itself. I really love it. I really enjoy. I know Nomad Cosmetic released so many other new releases, and some of them are gorgeous, but I didn't think it's necessary for me at that time buying the other newest palette, so I just kind of stop on this. And I'm looking forward to purchase something from them because I really enjoy, and I really like this company because they always support animals, and I really enjoy to buy from them. Another palette, which is from Bella Beauty Bar, and this is my first palette from them, and I would say I use this palette a lot in my surprise. And I know a lot of people has complained about this palette. Some people love it, some people not. But I really enjoy this palette. By the way, today my look I create using this palette. I really love some of these colors, are really unique in my opinion, and they are so gorgeous. I'm going to swatch some of the shades. So look at this beautiful shimmers. Like, look how intense. This color is very unique, but I use fingers. Honestly, I tried different kind of brushes, and the best brush is my finger to use this, specifically this color. Look how gorgeous is this color. Yes, look at this. Look how they are. So you will understand how much shifts they have. Gorgeous quality. I don't know why other people are complaining about. I know what they complain about. They complain there's some colors doesn't show that much. I think they will complain about this very light colors, like this, for example. You see how light is this? But honestly, you can work with them. You just build them up, and it also depends, you know, what look you want to create. Like, they complain about this, they're pretty similar, and sometimes they don't show up, but they show up. Honestly, they show up. These colors over here, very gorgeous, like lighter one. And they are pretty different, to be honest. Like this one, maybe you will say they are pretty similar. Yes, they are pretty similar, but they're pretty not. It depends what kind of look you create. But look at the rest of the colors. I mean, okay, if you have complained about 1-2 colors from the lighter shade, the other shades are performed gorgeously. And I really enjoyed this color story. And normally I don't really use, I use liners. I use some of these darker shades we have. Yes, definitely you can bring some other palette darker shades if you really love dramatic look. But today, like, I use a liner and I use the lighter shades. I want to create that lighter look also. So gorgeous, gorgeous. I really enjoy. The more I use, the more I enjoy. Okay, let's move on. I really need to wash my hands because it was glitter everywhere, because this palette is so intense, not even a joke. I wouldn't say it's a pastel palette, but I include in a pastel category. But honestly, I don't think it's a real pastel palette. And this palette, it's one of my favorite palette from my entire collection. And this is one of my favorite palette. Delicious Delight from Cosmic Brushes, and this is my first time I purchased. I am definitely looking forward to purchase more palette from this brand. First of all, They're affordable. They're from UK. And they are gorgeous. You see? I hit the pan. Look how much I use it. And this is a new palette. I brought this palette to vacation. I use it. I abuse it. I really enjoy this color story. It's so gorgeous. Guys, that they didn't charge me anything here in Canada, like extra taxes or anything like this. Look at these colors. I mean, this is a special color, and this one is special color. Okay, I'm going to put it here. Look at this shifting. I mean, for this price, compared to the Cosmic brushes, which is around 45-50 bucks, which is half of the price of Bella Beauty bar. The last palette I purchased a couple of days ago, they released a new palette, and I decided to purchase because I like the color story over there. I paid 120 Canadian dollars, and for shipping, for everything. And I'm sure I'm going to pay because I ordered from them one time and I receive a taxes. I have to pay taxes here in Canada. So $120 for a palette, plus maybe I need to pay another 25 Canadian dollars extra taxes. So here we go. It's around $150 a palette. I mean, that is almost like a Patmograph. Finish with my pastel, not really pastel category, I would say. And we go into my last category, which is multichrome, duochromes, all these shifting shades, which I absolutely adore. And it's going to be my 3 favorite palettes. Man, I Love Frog from Sugar Drizzle. That's the palette, and as you see, we have all kind of shifting shades, which is special shades. So we have darker shades, greener, purpley, blue, and green, and maybe this is a light one. So this how they are shifting, and if you see it, like this one is shift pretty well. Maybe like you see there's the same, but they're not the same. This is more purple, this is more green. But if you look like this, they look like this one. Very light, not much shifting, I would say. This one, look at this, how this shifts. Purple, pink, name it, right? This one is very light, almost like looking like a wet color. Beautiful, actually, very like transparent. And is shifted with all kind of shifts. I mean, I adore this kind of shifting shades. Interesting, I would say. This is like a very dark base color, also beautiful. Look how it's reflecting with all kind of colors, with dark, with blue. If you go like this, it's really dark. If you go like this, it's shifting with green, with purple. I mean, gorgeous palette. Next palette, which I also love it. Actually, I think my mom obsessed even more than me, and at the beginning she didn't really like it that much, but now she obsessed. And this is the palette from Auden's Eye, Multichromes. So I bought the bundle, and she obsessed with these colors, except maybe red. This is not her cup of tea, the red color, but she used these colors more than me. She's a different kind of age category, so I love to see it, what really people will like in different ages. Of course, my mom is different. My mom doesn't afraid colors. Even she's older lady, she doesn't care. She loves makeup like me as much as me. So in this case, it's very interesting to see who likes what. And then I will give you even more full opinion about each palette, because there's so many to use, and sometimes you use it, but not as often as you want. But this is very used and abused. So let me show you these amazing, gorgeous colors. Okay, we love both Cliona and Auden's Eye, and they are a little bit different. The different quality. I mean, I obsessed about Cliona. For me, Cliona is like, it's Canadian brand. I love it. I want to support them. They are small brands, so I really want them to be successful. And they are successful, to be honest. Like, a lot of people are crazy about them. And the audience eye, when I found this I think it's Norwegian brand, I really enjoy it. The quality is a little bit different. They are like more kind of smooth, I would say, or more pressed, but they're both beautiful. Cleona or Udens, maybe they pronounce Udens eye. They are beautiful. They are gorgeous. They are shifting. Some shades maybe you find in Udens eye, the one you will not find in Cleona, and the vice versa. But I really enjoy both of them. I think this is the two great brands I really enjoy. I enjoy because they are not simple. They are shifting, they are this and that, and I think it's very difficult to create this kind of shades. So that's why I adore them. Okay, come back to the palette. So I'm going to go with this row. Look how dark is this, gorgeous. So we're going to darker one, going to go, okay. So this one, the darker color, go to blue to purple, as you see. This one go to purple. Even I see some gold, and what else you see? Oh, like this, you see brown. Honestly, like a gold brown. This one gold brown, and what is this? Like a brownish with a more brown undertone. I do everything for my channel. So I remove this color, which I absolutely adore. It's called Angela. And when you see M, it's mean multichrome. So this called Angela, almost like my name. That's maybe why I like this color. And this is the color. Look at this shift. I mean, amazing. Okay, the other one I really enjoy also is the different one. Is Judy. Judy, more intense, and this is Angela, less intense. I really enjoy both of them. Like a orange and more gold. And you will see which one is orange and which one is gold. So this is two colors, and this is how they look. So this one is shift more gold. Even I see a little bit of pinkish, and obviously this orange with gold. Sorry, my hands is not as clean because I swatched so many things, and this is my second time I washing my hands. So gorgeous, gorgeous color. Even here I should have used these colors. Okay, people who love nude or like red, this is, guys, for you. Look at this vibrant red. I mean, are you kidding me? I didn't see anything like this in any other collection. This is the red one. There's only one over there. And this one is brownish, very brown, look dark brown. I'm going to show you in a second. This is how it's look in the pen. This is the one. And if you want who loves neutral, this is a pretty neutral color, gold with brown reflecting. And if you red person, here we go, we got red over here. God help me to remove that. This one is something very vibrant, like amazing color to use it on your corners, or it's like a neon look. And this is the only color you will not miss in this palette, is the lightest one. Look like a white snow, but it's reflected with green, gold, blue. If you see like this, like this, it's blue. See blue reflect. It's gorgeous. This color also gorgeous in the pen. Also, they're all beautiful. Honestly, I can talk about this color story day and night, but they are gorgeous. I think I stopped for such a long time because I'm obsessed about this color. But you have now an idea why I'm telling you my mom is obsessed. We're coming to the end. This is going to be my last multichromatic, shifting, whatever you call it, palette, and it's going to be a latest palette from Cleona Cosmetic. I have to include Cleona. I love you, Cleona, and it's Deep Sea Treasure. I really enjoyed this palette. Look at this gorgeous palette. This is also one of my favorite palette in my entire collection. Very beautiful, very compact, very small palette with a different shifting, My obviously favorite colors over here is this one, a Ring of Fire. Look at this. I mean, it's something. Then I like this one color called Saltwater Pearl. Very good to enhance, like at the beginning of your eye, or do it in your beginning of your eye, like in the corner. Amazing color. And not, I mean, they're all amazing. Honestly though, this one is very also unusual, one of my favorite here. Look at this color shifting. I mean, this is gorgeous, gorgeous color. It's called Cephalopod. Cephalopod, this one. So this two, die for. Die for. This two, this and this, die for. The way they shift, I mean, this and the third one. Oh, this is also, look at this green, but it's also shifting. Another green, more like, look how much they're shifting too. I mean, they're all gorgeous, but this too, something special. Something special. And they have obviously greenish colors, like accent color, as a deep sea. Look, it's also shifting, but not as much, but still shifting. Okay, because it has a black base. I don't know what finger I have to use. And this is the purple one, which is not much shifting. I think this 1, 2, 3, 4 is the more shifting, but this one is less shifting, but itself, the pearl one, is gorgeous. So honestly, this palette is something. As I told you, everything for my channel, that's the whole color story. Look how gorgeous is this. You have accent color, you have also accent, and you have this crazy shifting colors. I mean, gorgeous. Even this dark is shifting. Look, they're all shifting except maybe pearl. Amazing. Okay. I am done. Finally, I was thinking this video is going to be so short and I'm not going to swatch a lot of colors, but you know me, I can't help myself. Okay, from my old category, from my neutral, so which we have coming category? We have neutral, multichromatic, rainbow, pastel, and multichrome, duochrome. We have 5 different, I mean, crazy. We have 5 different categories. From 5 different categories, I can choose actually 5. Let's see if we're going to get 5. No, I don't want to choose from each category because some of them I like more than. Okay, the best of the best. Drums, I would say. Oh, I would like that one too. Okay, I like more than this. Honestly, I will choose more than this. Like that palette, I like a lot, and this 2 more, I would say. But I think I have to limit myself with 5. So, the best of the best for me, Zombified, because it's a neon, something different. Pastel Garden, enjoy the color story, amazing. This one, quality amazing, price amazing. The Delicious Delights, really recommended. One of my favorite. And these 2 I can't really. One of my favorite, Cleona. Here we go, just, and amazing shiftings, wooden's eye. So I choose this 5, my absolutely favorite. Of course, I like the wooden's eye, that smaller palette as well, and I like a Pat McGrath. If I have another 2 to choose, I would also go with this one, really like it, and this one, I really like it. But I have to limit myself, so this 5, I really enjoy. And I think that's it. I think that's it. Let me show you what I use, and I actually want to talk about this one. So these liners from Tarte, I bought, God knows when I bought them, like a long time ago. And I was surprised. So this is called Blue Moon, and I have it right here, this Blue Moon. And another one, purple, I have it a little bit over here. So what surprised me about this product? I used a little bit of water and I grab with my thinner brush, and here we go. It didn't dry out, nothing happened with them. Amazing, I'm telling you, this liner's been, I think, 3 years and I haven't used them that much. I have actually one more green one, and I was shocked how good they are, just to let you know. Compared to other liners which is dry up, you can't put water, you can't do nothing, it will not work. This one, exclusive, to be honest. And for my lipstick, I used today one liner from, normally I mix the liners even, from Morphe, and this called Pumpkin Spice. I really enjoy these liners. Beautiful quality, very affordable price. I use from Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plum. My color is Poppy, more kind of corally. Smells amazing. Smells like a little bit minty, but at the same time sweeter smell. And from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I use this gloss, which is, I have no idea. What is that? Why doesn't say any color? I think my sticker come off. Anyway, I use this just to bring it in the middle. That's my lipstick. I show you already before that I use Pastel Garden, one of my favorite palette. This is what I create today. So I think I did a great job. Let me know if I did a good job today. I try my best. I really swatched them. I show you the reason why I like them, and I include the most important things. It's quality, price, and if I really use them often. This is the most important. If I really enjoy this palette, if I really use it in daily basis. And I also choose 5 palettes from all my categories to really downsize it for you and make you understand which is my best of the best of all these categories. I really love to explain and tell you the reason. The reason I swatch it today again, because I think you need to know how each palette story look like, and why I like this palette instead of the other palette. And I think that was take a bit time to explain, to show you the colors, and this is the reason I think you need to know why is one palette is special from another one, because we are different, and you probably not like as me. When you see how I swatch the palette, maybe you think, oh, for me, I like this palette because I like this colors more than this color. So it can be different. Let me know which is your favorite palette if you have in your collection. Please, I am really curious. What is your favorite palette? Do you have this palette? Why you like this palettes? Do you, because you're a neutral person, or because you like colors, or because of the quality, or because of the price? Why you choose particular palette? Please let me know, and also don't forget to like and subscribe my channel, and even tell your friends or loved one about my channel, so I can grow my channel and share with you what I like. I'm actually going to post soon, very soon, just my last trip from Aruba. So my channel is not only about the makeup. I do a lot of makeups, but I also include skincare. I do skincare, I do traveling. I show you also restaurants, the rating of restaurants, most of them in my shorts, and the hairstyle. I have such a blast to do hairstyle with my daughter, so I normally do her hair. She has a super long hair, and we do a lot of shorts. We have so much fun. And if you're one of them who has a daughter or loved one who you want to create a hairstyle, but you don't know what to do, or you are struggling to do it, please also join my channel and see step by step how we create some easy, some more complicated looks with her. And I'm sure it's going to be easy because she has super long hair. If you have medium short or shorter, it will be much easier. And I think that's it. Thank you very much for supporting me and be with me all this time and watching me. I hope you enjoy. I hope you subscribe already. And if you don't, please do so. And I see you soon. Пока-пока. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful and beautiful day. Depends where you are. Пока-пока.